worth getting your car washed today? I can't imagine it.
Good morning, YouTubes. Car and Biker here again. Just out on a quick ride. Bit of fun, bit of practice. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about a phone call I had yesterday. Having a chat to my mother on the telephone, as you do. And she was telling us about a little incident she had. She'd been to visit us the other day, pop round and give me my birthday present. And after that, they decided to pop into Beverley, the town nearby, just pick up a couple of bits. So they went into Beverley, and it's an awful place to park. So they had a drive around, and they found a bit that was quite near to where they wanted to be. Pulled up in a disabled parking spot, put the disabled card in the window, and just walked into the shop and bought what they needed and came back. And when they came back, they found that they had a parking ticket stuck on the window. And you said, well, they couldn't understand it. And they started getting a bit upset and about having this ticket there, thinking about, well, they're going to have to pay this money and what have you. But of course, they don't. They've got a disabled sticker. So why should they? And they looked at the parking ticket, and it said the attendant had arrived and seen the car, and then 30 seconds later it was still there. Surprise, surprise. And he'd seen that they had a disabled badge, but he'd given them a ticket anyway. And it actually said that the disabled badge wasn't visible enough. I'm not sure how visible it's supposed to be. I mean, they'd set it upright and they'd put it on the dashboard in front of the windscreen so you could see the entire thing from outside the car. And it's only a little car. They've got a Hyundai i10. So, it's not like the leaning over acres of bonnet or anything. Didn't get myself in a very good position there, did I? Oh, well, I'll just wait for the bus. But yeah, so I got a ticket. Now they happen to be parked quite near the council offices. So my father wandered across to the council office and got hold of somebody and said, would you mind just coming and have a look at this and telling me if you think that we're parked badly, or that the ticket isn't visible enough. And the guy came out and looked at it and said, no, that's absolutely fine. So basically the traffic warden has just put a ticket on anyway, and it makes you wonder why. I mean, do they have a quota to fill? Now, my parents still have that ticket, and they actually got my brother to write them a letter. So they've written a letter to appeal against it. And hopefully that appeal will basically, they'll look at it and say, yeah, that's stupid, and they'll just say, we'll cancel your ticket. But how many people won't? Now my brother looked up the details. Apparently 60% of tickets like this that are appealed are immediately withdrawn. So obviously there's a lot of tickets going out there that people are getting and appealing and having them thrown out. So a lot of dodgy tickets. But how many people don't appeal? And especially when you get to the elderly and the disabled, that's a red light. The elderly and disabled, a lot of them don't want the hassle of appealing, or are a bit worried about appealing. And of course they make it worse, because on the ticket it tells you if you appeal and you don't win, you can actually end up paying more. So they're trying with a threat of extra fines to scare you into not appealing your ticket. It's all just wrong. This Doesn't seem fair at all. Anyway, they have appealed, and I'll let you know how they get on with that appeal when I find out myself. I just thought I'd tell you about that. It just seems incredibly unfair that there might be a lot of people out there getting tickets that aren't warranted and paying them because they feel threatened. I've only ever had one parking ticket in my life, and I parked on a meter that wasn't in use for 2 minutes while I was unloading for work, and it happened to be a meter near a little alleyway, and I picked up a computer out of the back of the car, carried it into the building that I was parked outside, walked back out again, and there was a ticket on the car, and a member of the public said, well, he was waiting in the alleyway. So he waited in the alleyway, waited for you to stop, ran out, stuck the ticket on the windscreen and ran away again, back into the alleyway to hide. Isn't that mean? Anyway, I appealed it. I said, look at the ticket, it says, it was something like, I arrived at 10:02 and saw the car parked, and at 10:03 it was still there. So I appealed it, and they said, yes, you weren't stopped long enough anyway, and you were unloading, so he's taking the piss. So they threw it out. I absolutely agree with that parking tickets are necessary when people park dangerously or stupidly. But ticketing somebody in a disabled bay who's disabled, or ticketing somebody who's unloading in an unloading area, just seems like they're trying to look somewhat. Anyway, thanks for watching, YouTubes. Ride safe, and I shall talk to you all again soon.